First up, the Neo-Aristotelians, or commonly known as the classicists, are a major pedagogical theory within the field of composition. Based on the teachings of Aristotle, the Neo-Aristotelians believe, according to James Berlin's major pedagogical theories, that the material world exists independently of the observer and is knowable through sense impressions. Therefore, the classicist view is based on logic, and this logic can be known and communicated. However, the logic or truth cannot be stated with absolute certainty. Even though logos or logic is the main pedagogical point, Berlin says, realizing that individuals are not always ruled by reason, however, Aristotle provides advice on appealing to the emotions of the audience and on presenting one's own character in the most favorable light, each considered with special regard for the audience and the occasion of the speech, which essentially puts emphasis on invention and ethos, pathos, and logos. Second, the current traditionalists, or the formalists, are often thought of as the most stringent pedagogy. As James Berlin says through Cohen, to communicate, the speaker or writer, both now included, need only provide the language which corresponds either to the objects in the external world or the ideas in his or her own mind. Both are essentially the same, in such a way that it reproduces the objects and the experience of them in the minds of the hearers. Therefore, unlike the Aristotelians, the current traditionalists focus on the arrangement and style instead of the invention. The expressivists, or otherwise known as the Neoplatonists, are in direct opposition to the current traditionalists because they believe that truth is discovered through an internal apprehension, a private vision of a world that transcends the physical, according to James Berlin. Therefore, this pedagogical theory is often thought of as the "as long as you write your thoughts, then what you're doing is proper" theory, because no one can tell you that you are wrong. Essentially, according to Berlin, truth can be learned but not taught. Additionally, the expressionists or the expressivists also partake in dialogue to help the writer get rid of what is untrue to the private vision of the writer, according to Berlin. Therefore, the goal is not to change the message, but to provide what is inauthentic to the writer. Last but not least, the new rhetoric, or the social epistemic theory, is the theory that believes that pedagogy consists of the speaker, the audience, reality, and language, according to Berlin. Essentially, the new rhetoricians believe that writing has to go somewhere after it is complete, and the writing in a new rhetoric pedagogical situation must provide something new to the discussion of the topic at hand. According to Berlin, portraying a message is impossible without language, since it is language that embodies and generates truth. Overall, as Berlin says once again, new rhetoric thus treats in depth all the offices of classical rhetoric that apply to written language, invention, arrangement, and style, and does so by calling up the best that has been thought and said about them by contemporary observers.